What's up, everybody? This is Jose Gagnon, the random guy, 75, here again. And we are now on episode 11 of season 3 of Everything Wrong with Thomas the Train commentaries. So now, we are doing episode 11, No Jokes for James. So hope you all enjoy. We're going to get rolling into this episode right away. Yeah, man, you already know that things go. Keep it going. Yeah, man, and have the amazing times.
James is a mixed traffic engine. He can pull both trucks and coaches. He's proud of his smart red paint, and so is his driver. Everyone says you brighten up their day, James. One morning, James whistled loudly at the other engines. Look at me. I am the smartest, most useful engine on the line. Rubbish, replied Thomas. We're all useful. The Fat Controller says so, and he's Sir Topham Hatt, head of the whole railway. You know what, James? Added Percy. What? Replied James. You're getting all puffed up. James huffed away. Later, he was still boasting.
It's crazy how James, the pretty big characteristic of James is that he always likes, bragging and saying how cool and amazing he is, like how he's the most amazing train on the island, like on the whole railway. And he thinks that no one else is as amazing as he is. And now what's going to be even worse is he's going to be telling a lie to Gordon, saying that the boss man has some special plans for him later on. And he's basically just gonna, just do a little trick to try to get the express coaches so that way he can go and get some passengers. Because, he wants to show his how amazing and cool he is to all the other trains and all the passengers and everybody. So that's what he's about to do now in a couple of minutes, is just, lie to Gordon's face by saying that he's gonna, that the boss man's giving him some special plans to do, pretty much.
I'm the pride of the line. I saw you pulling trucks today. You're only a goods engine, snorted Gordon. James was furious. I pull coaches too. Not as much as I do, grunted Gordon. The Fat Controller has plans for me. James was only making this up, but Gordon believed him. What plans? Wait and see. Oh dear, thought James. Now what'll I do? Thomas was shunting shining new coaches. Good morning, James. Are those coaches for me? Asked James hopefully. No, these are for Gordon's Express. I'll fetch your trucks next.
What's even worse is that Thomas actually, falls for the trick that James tells him. But then again, James does say that the boss man told him that he could take the coaches. So that's probably why Thomas, ended up falling for the trick. Once you mention the boss man, you got to do what the boss man says no matter what. Because, he always, makes the decisions for everything that the train's got to do.
But James was going to play a trick on the other engines. Actually, Thomas, I'm taking the coaches. The Fat Controller asked me to tell you. What about the trucks? Give them to Gordon. Come on, Thomas, said his driver. Orders are orders. So when James's driver returned, James was coupled to the coaches and he puffed away. Thomas returned with the trucks. A few minutes later, Gordon arrived.
Now Gordon's going to be in a super awful, pissed off mood because now that Thomas is going to be telling him that James is the one that took his express coaches and he has to pull the trucks. He's going to get, so aggravated and, pissed off at James for taking the coaches. And what's even worse is, basically, after that happens, Gordon's driver is basically going to go tell the boss man what's going on. So that's how the boss man ended up finding out about the joke that James did, or the trick that James did, is because, Gordon's driver is going to go tell him what's going on. So James is not as clever as he thought he was going to be. Because, the boss man's always going to find out what's going on.
Where's the express? Thomas told him about James, and so here are your trucks. Gordon was very cross, and so was his driver. Wait till the fat controller hears about this. Meanwhile, James was enjoying himself enormously. What a clever plan, what a clever plan, he chuffed. Then he saw the fat controller. Some jokes are funny, but not this one, James. You have caused confusion. Yes, sir, said James. You will stay in your shed until you are wanted. The other engines teased James. I wonder who'll be pulling the express today, said Gordon. I expect it'll be you, replied Henry. James is stuck in the shed for being silly. James felt sad. Next morning, he went back to work. Hello, whistled Thomas. Good to see you out and about again. I'm sorry I tricked you, said James. Are these my trucks? Yes, replied Thomas kindly. They are pleased to have you back. James puffed into the harbour with his goods train of trucks. He bustled about all day, pushing and pulling them into place. Time to go home now, James, said his driver at last. No trucks or passengers, just we two. But his driver was wrong. Excuse me, called the man. I have a meeting with Sir Topham Hatt, and I mustn't be late. May I ride back with you? Of course, replied James's driver. Then he whispered to James, this gentleman is a railway inspector.
Now, James is basically going to be making it up to the boss man by going to bring this very important inspector guy to go and see Sir Topham Hatt. So that's how he's going to make it up for playing that trick on Thomas. He's going to be like, you're a really amazing, useful train now. And I forgives you for that crazy trick that you did. So now, that's how he's going to make it up for the trick that he did to Thomas, is by going to deliver this inspector guy.
James was most impressed. He steamed along the line as smoothly and as quickly as he could. The fat controller was waiting, and the railway inspector greeted him warmly. This clever engine gave me a splendid ride. You must be proud of him. Yes, indeed. James, once again, you are a really useful engine.
So that was episode 11 of Thomas the Train. No jokes for James. So hope you all enjoyed. And next Friday we'll be continuing on by doing episodes 12 and 13 of season 3. So get the greatness, have the happy times. You already know all the things, man. Enjoy the life as much as possible. And we will see you next Friday, which is also the date where I'll be getting my new Mario game as well for the Switch. But I'll wait for next Saturday to make a video of me playing the Mario game. But next Friday, we will definitely be continuing on with the Season 3 Thomas the Train commentaries. So have the greatness, get the good times. Yeah, man. See you next time. Whoa!